back at it once again. TNO, the second West Russian war submod, in fact. We're playing as Novosibirsk, because they were one of the nations that were highlighted that are very interesting to play in the submod. And it's been a while since I played as a Russia unifier in TNO. Now, I also wanted to play a couple of other campaigns. Basically, the OFN maxing campaign, the Einheitspact maxing campaign, and the Co-Prosperity maxing campaign. For the Co-Prosperity, I've gotten a guide from a guy on Reddit who was kind enough to send it to me. I still need one for the Einheitspact, so if anyone knows it on how to optimally make the biggest Einheitspact that you can possibly make, do let me know where I can find it, or like type it out yourself. And the same with the OFN. If anyone knows how to make like the biggest OFN, let me know. I'd be very interested in making it happen. Right now, though, we got Alexander Pokrishkin, a legendary ace pilot in the Second World War, ready to get Russia back into a winning position and push back the vile Germans out of the Russian land. We also have like, what the hell is this? The Phoenix Corporation is one of the three main economic forces within the Federation and has long ties with Alexander Pokrishkin. That's us. As a principal arms manufacturer and distributor within the Federation, Phoenix is both the driving force behind the beating heart of the Federation's sizable army. Okay, so these are all things we have to worry about. Make sure they're loyal and not too powerful. Would love to get like maybe 6 more units out, or 7 to have like a full 12 stack. But for that, apparently we're lacking towed artillery. Oh, before I forget, yeah, we do need to scavenge for loot. That was a concept in here. I should do that more often. It's been a while since I played a Russian unifier, like I said. To fight for the people of Novosibirsk and to end the tyranny of the Silovik regime. Welcome, Comrade Sini. We must prepare for your first assignment. The pigs at the Sibir Corporation have opened a new manufacturing plant for the production of top-of-the-line small arms. It will be your job, or our job rather, to relieve the plant of its new manufacturing specs. I think Phoenix is the one that we need to appease the most, right? Vasily Shukshin used to love sitting by the river Ob, back when he had first accepted mayorship of Barnaul in the infancy of Pokrishkin's new state. It was a beautiful time of unfettered idealism and shaky hope in a murky future. And in between debates and briefings, Ob's glimmering waters were always waiting for him. Now, however, things were changing. The waters were getting filthier by the day as more business moved into town, raising factories and more along the Ob's bank. Although the Federation and Shukshin's own values lay based upon freedom, he could not help but feel perhaps it was leniency that allowed these industrialists to lay claim to his home. Was this corruption in and of itself a greater tyranny, perhaps? Still, he would have to tackle this problem in some other way. But how? And I felt only he could see Russia's pain. Is he alone? Can we do something? Oh yeah, we should probably fix our workers' discontent, huh? Somehow. Do we need to increase our GDP growth? Sure, we'll press this. The workers will become more discontent. And then buy it back down? Although, no. You know what? Yeah, we should. The evening passed Alexander Pokrishkin's... How do you pronounce it? Pokrishkin. Yeah, there we go. By like a warm, sun-tinged blur. The president of the Federation of Novosibirsk and Altai, to use his long-form title that even he found cumbersome, was hosting a dinner to honor the veterans of the Great Patriotic War. A few of them were his friends, but all were comrades. In the neatly ceramic-tiled dining chamber, the bawdy jokes of the aces echoed down the silent halls. Some of them did not partake in the festive occasions, however. Standing on the edge of the crowd were silent onlookers whose faces were tinted with a colorless pallor. Of joy long lost, the war might have left Novosibirsk and Altai. For now, for these, it never left them. Call it battle fatigue, shell shock, Pokrishkin sighed. There was no cure for the eternal affliction of soldiers. Mr. President, long time no see. The man started, his voice quieter than before. We were in the academy before, you know, the flight school. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Apologies. It's been a bit. Surely you can understand the occasional forgetfulness on my part. No, that's not important. Still, got your head in the clouds? I don't seem to recall. Can I entreat you to enlighten me? No need. Curious fellow. There's a long history between President Pokrishkin and the Phoenix Federation. The state relies on the matter to provide military equipment for defense against its neighbors, and the former provides them with political clout to protect their labor practices, or lack thereof. I don't know, man. Let's go for the Siberian bear instead. I don't like the this seems like a dreamer type of person, and I feel like he'd want to improve the nation beyond the just military capabilities. As also maybe in the meantime... Oh, are they all regulars? Yeah, they are. Never mind. I was going to train them up properly, but no, they have enough experience. So if we want to do raids, we need at least 6 troops. Preferably 6 decently equipped troops. Which I don't know if these ones are. Strength of the people by a moderate amount. Sure, let's do that. This will increase our leanings towards federalism by a moderate amount. Another dark limousine. A lone man came out of the car, hands empty. Seva stepped forward, his hands away from his own weapon. Mr. Chernyshevsky, he asked. The man shook his head, opened the door to reveal his own boss, a short, stocky type. Seva recognized the man. Pokrishkin emerged from his vehicle. Any tension from the meeting evaporated as the bodyguard stepped aside, and the 2 powerful men shook hands and exchanged formalities. War, boss? Seva asked. Pokrishkin shook his head and smiled. No, not war, but perhaps the end of peace. Russia is waking up. Sounds good to us. I mean, Hitler did get like an assassination attempt. He's still alive as far as I know, but his health surely is deteriorating. This will increase our leanings towards collectivism by a moderate amount. Okay. We can diplomatically annex the target. What? Excuse me? Sure. We could potentially annex Tomsk with that. I did not know that was a thing. Just diplomatically. So just me, or did it go down? Scavenge for more loot, and I think we can... Exactly. Keep up the pressure. Don't let him get away. He's the one that tried to kill the president. Despite all his efforts, there was little he could do to disperse the crowd that were fleeing in every direction after the sound of 2 missed gunshots echoing in the Novosibirsk square. He turned around once to see Pokrishkin with his characteristic uniform being escorted by a squad of agents to safety, somewhere near his residence. But he did not lose track of the assassin as he headed into the narrow roads. However, as he saw him reach the bridge and jump over the railing, he shouted in vain one last time as the killer fell into the freezing waters of the Ob River. 2 days later, Pokrishkin was in a highly classified meeting in the presidential residence, together with the security minister Glinka. The proof had been laid out in front. It was clear as day. The Narodniks were behind the recent attempt on his life. The trail of evidence had been followed by his trustworthy subordinates, and now it was time for justice to be served. Sir, things are different now. We thought the Narodniks were simple nuance to the Federation, a small group that could be rooted out. The assassination attempt proves the exact opposite. They are a credible threat with influence in the underworld, and one which will have to be dealt with. Let's try and do our best with that, huh? An ultimatum from HOI4. Okay, who the fuck is that? Alright, let's go crush them. Underfoot. Unlocks the Narodnik investigation decisions and activates the mission Crush the Agitators. Okay. We got 200 days for this. First, we gotta break into them. Apparently, we're gonna be blowing up a bridge for the Narodniks. Sure. We will not back down. We will get that. Yep. I think they only have 2 units, so we should be just fine. Might even steal their resources instead. Thank you for the guns. The agitators have been pushed back a little bit. In Narodnik sabotage, god damn it. And keep increasing the pressure. We're almost halfway through the Tomsk mission. Does diplomatic pressure work? I'm gonna try anyway. Is it just me or did Tomsk get bigger? I don't mind because that means that I'll get bigger, but still. Better dead than red, am I right, fellas? I don't know about that, man. You sound like a cop. Kemerovo is coming after us this time around. Okay. Hopefully they have less than 6 troops, which would mean we will win. I cannot see how many troops they have. And there we go. It's pretty much a victory. Oh no, they definitely have enough troops, but mine are better. Oh, 25 more percent. Good. I think now we can do the final raid, right? Indeed. Not a moment too soon, I'd say. We're gonna bust the gangs. Chief Glinka, his steely eyes glittering in the light of the projector, tapped his baton against the screen for the umpteenth time. This is gonna be our hardest test yet. But rely on your training and the man in front of and behind you, and we'll see this terrorist nest blown off that map. Bust them indeed. Anyway, thank you for the guns. Appreciate it. Keep investing everything we can. We're getting closer and closer to annexing Tomsk. Oh, the final raid worked. Luka winced, ears ringing, his helmet suddenly extremely light around his head. Rubble flaked off his shoulders like dandruff, dust clogging his mask. He shook his head, attempting to clear his senses. Everything stood still for a moment, a perfect crystal eternity that was shattered by the lap on his back plate. But a slap on his back plate. Luka certainly surged forward, Kalashnikov held at the ready. The concrete tunnels were tight and difficult to fight in. But the breaching blast the SB men had discharged had stunned the Narodniks for a crucial moment needed to take them by surprise. Fuck, shouted a man, covered in pasty white dust, blood trickling from his nose. We're done, we give up, just stop killing us, please. The ringleaders, 6 in total, of the Narodniks were brought into SB custody, and the Red Menace of Novosibirsk was finally brought to heel. Their socialist agitators are now gone. We can start training elite troops now. Ooh, now that's interesting. Gentlemen, it's an honor to have Mr. Suvorov, a veteran of the legendary Siberian War, here with us today. Please welcome him. The applause as the respected veteran rose from his seat wasn't much louder than when the seemingly irrelevant commander had stood up to introduce him. After greeting his old friends, he sat down again to speak to the young recruits about his experience. Mr. Suvorov, how did you come to be an instructor in the Federation's army? The veteran was quick to reply. You see, back when I was in the army, things were not so bright in these lands. The old Republic was fighting a seemingly endless war against Yagoda's hawks, but it was failing, and I felt like I had to do something about it. That was when I met President Pokrishkin, who was one of the few to look at the situation not through an overly idealistic lens. He was planning to bring peace to Novosibirsk and Altai, and I decided to join him in the endeavor. As you know, he succeeded, and here we are. Old soldiers never die. We got our 7th unit. Alright. Our army is growing. Not much, but it's growing ever so slightly. Oh, we're so close to taking over Tomsk. I can actually also launch my own demand for loot. They refused tribute between Barnaul and... Okay, which one is that? This one right here. So, come on. Shorten the front line to there, please. Barnaul and Pavlodar. Ah, no, quite the opposite. To here, please. Well, our troops are already here. If we're lucky, we'll be able to destroy them before they get theirs in. And we did. We get a free spoil, can scavenge for some more loot, and build up a little bit more. I think we're like 2 clicks away, right? Before we get Tomsk. Oh, just one more push. Hell, we might even be able to use our command power for the final push. Or maybe not. There we go. Take over Tomsk. What does that do? Oh, look at us. We don't get their manpower though, sadly, or their units. We'll have to build that up ourselves. And there we go. Integrate Tomsk. That should give us some stuff, right? And we keep worsening the workers' conditions. I don't want to get that too high up there. And this is definitely not helping. Thousands of workers were on strike outside of the steel mill and industrial sector of Novosibirsk. Then a shot rang out. Panicked workers trampled each other to get out of the line of fire, while corporate security fired wantonly into the crowd, all for the pursuit of profit. We can go after the Kazakhs again, yeah. They have loot. I need loot. Give it to me. Let's try and take over Kemerovo next, huh? With at least 1 unit against East Kazakhstan. Ah, okay. We gotta do it like this. Wait for our organization to come back a little bit, and then we'll just pop this bad boy. Hello? Why can't I press this? It's not letting me. It's not letting me. Do I need to save and exit the game, maybe? Let me try that, huh? Or like load the game, rather. Okay, there we go. Now I should be hopefully able to press the button. There we go. Initiate raid. They refuse tribute. We will kill them. There's a Yasuda crisis already. Okay. In the future, I think I might like to have 1 more artillery, 1 more anti-tank, and maybe then 1 more infantry. Because our current troops are doing a great job. How many people do you think lived here? Anatoly asked one of his companions who had joined him on this trek. Huh? Oh, I don't know, a couple hundred maybe? Who cares? They're all gone. I care. Anatoly responded but said nothing more and let the back of the truck return to its somber silence. Yet the gears of his mind continued unabated. He would care. He would not sit idly by any longer and allow the ravages of war to snuff out the lives of his countrymen. This cycle of destruction and violence had to end somewhere. It was naive to think so. Anatoly looked back towards the ruined towns as it began to recede into the grey distance. In the wastes of Siberia, a man dreams of a better tomorrow. That man is Albert Einstein. Now that's me. First, we gotta kill some of our own countrymen before we can win. And now the Ural, Sverdlovsk wants to come after us. I don't think so, buddy. Actually, I might need like 4 more units. Where's Sverdlovsk? Where the fuck are... Oh, all the way up here? Yeah, that's gonna take us a while. Hopefully I can finish this one up first. And then send my army in. We seized stuff. Import industrial equipment? Sure. Then send our men over to Sverdlovsk. Tell them to fuck off. Oh damn, there's not much supply in here. That's gonna kinda suck. Might lose this one then. Especially because I didn't get to recover my organization enough. Although, the enemy was defeated pretty much instantly. Never mind. I am the greatest man alive. We need motorized equipment? I didn't know we didn't build any. Sure. Oh, we went to the next stage, I think. Yeah, rumors of attacks. We don't know who the contender is. Okay. We gotta be careful now. Oh, we can occupy Tomsk apparently. Sure. And maybe we'll attack Oirotia. It's a Siberian Black Army that declared war on us. Okay, fair enough. I'll deal with Oirotia first and then I'll come after them. Although saying that, I have 4 units that are eager to be pumped out. There you go. We, of course... Did we declare war? Kemerovo also. Are you kidding me, you fucking asshole? Alright. Fair enough. And Kemerovo actually won against these motherfuckers. Stop attacking. We'll figure something out. And slow down time maybe as well. Have they cored this yet? No, they haven't. So that's good for us. Means we don't have to take all of that. At least the Siberian armies is losing their tiles. This is just absolute chaos. Alright, that's one dealt with already. And same with the Black Army. Okay. I'm guessing Krasnoyarsk will also attack us. Because there's 3 contenders in total. Me, Krasnoyarsk, and People's Revolutionary Council. There's 2 rumors of attack on us. 2 attacks that are gonna happen. So I wonder who the other 2 are gonna be, huh? It's gonna be these 2. Occupy... And then we'll also occupy Kemerovo. Thank you. Let's steal some of their supplies, I guess. I think Shukshin does have like a compelling argument, right? Because our administrative efficiency will be improved because of that. Oh, we're gonna have a raid Shadow Legend. And we're losing the raid too. That's the worst part of it. Because our troops weren't in position. Ah, damn it. My bad. I don't know why they didn't take the troops that were actually closer, but hey. Maybe that's just me thinking a bit too clearly. A lot of military supplies amassed. You know what? Get some stability. And less chaos as well. Okay, so it seems Krasnoyarsk doesn't want to go to war with us yet. So I'm just gonna bump this up. Maybe I'll annex them the peaceful way. Adolf Hitler has died. Uh-oh. Too bad for Germany. Well, good for us though. Especially considering Germany's now in civil war. Here we are, come on. Krasnoyarsk, ready to take over. Thank you. And I'll put our troops onto the Revolutionary Council. Tanatuva. We will, of course, not back down. In fact, we're crushing them so easily. What the hell, man? Now that we've done that, I think it's time for us to attack the Revolutionary Council. I think with this, we'll be pretty much ready to attack, right? How is our... We got a lot of trucks. Let's maybe try and motorize our equipment a little bit more. Off we go. This shouldn't take us too long, though. Come on, take the capital, and that'll be it, right? That will pretty much be it. We have received a telegraph from the office of Konstantin Rokossovsky, Marshal of the Ural Military District of Sverdlovsk. He wants us to go after Omsk. Sure. Omsk is a danger to everything. There we go, that's cleaned up. Everyone go and deal with Omsk now. And let's go with Sibir as well for our economy. Occupy. With this, I think we are the only one for Central Siberia, right? A bunch of people from Krasnoyarsk also join us. The Tuva I don't know if I want to create a Tuva proposal. They will be annexed like the rest. Actually, let me see. If we have to pump a dude out, sure. But if it's going to be like an autonomous thing within us, I don't know. Alright. It didn't get pumped out, so we're good. Oh, we can only do this once we finish the regional unification, which we're almost there, I think. A new republic. Oh, hell yeah. It seems like Irkutsk is winning under Yagoda. That's not great. Might have to crush him, huh? Can take some stuff off the Kazakhstanis. I wouldn't really mind that, if I'm being real with you, Chief. Turn up our boys a little bit. Click that button while we're training. The loyalty of the people while decreasing the strength of the people. That's good. A sovereign heartland. Yevgeny Primakov was no stranger to struggle. From eating meals made of sawdust bread to working as a guard at shady brothels and clubs, Primakov was molded by the cold, unflinching environment that surrounded him. By stabbing the backs of both friend and foe, he slowly ascended the food chain, and in the process had learned an essential truth. Man is selfish. Any man will do what they need to do to make it in the land of the strong. It's a win or lose society in the streets of Novosibirsk, and Primakov was no loser. Despite what the naive liberals in the Barnaul or despicable socialists in the countryside deluded themselves into denying, there is no idealistic, glorious future. Only the cold, unflinching truths of society. Primakov let a faint smile creep across his tired face. Maybe one day he could indulge in the frivolous excesses of the joys of life. These intruding thoughts quickly ceased in the face of a much louder intrusion, banging on the door of his office. Yevgeny nervously rose from his leather chair, twisting the handle to reveal a startling sight. "Good afternoon, Mr. Primakov. I'm here to see to our previously discussed deal," Vikenty dryly informed the pale-faced Yevgeny, forging a quick, faint smile as he passed into the cramped quarters of Primakov's office. "We paid a lot of money to get you where you are today. My employers express dissatisfaction with your difficulty. I suppose you are quite the busy man, right, Primakov?" "Yes, well, who is that standing near the door?" "That's Mr. Sokolov. We are not friends, Mr. Primakov. We're associates, if you must. What I need from you is a couple favors. On behalf of our bosses, we will provide you with adequate payments and you will, well, make sure everything is in working order." And Primakov learned a third truth that day. There will always be a superior. Damn it, it's once again broken. I'll have to save and reload. Now it works perfect. Are they gonna give me their loot or no? They better. Oh, they did. Yep, they actually just paid it. Thank you. I will use it to get more workers. There we go. We've done it, I'm pretty sure. With this, we can unify our region and form the Central Siberian Federation. This also unlocks the second part of our focus tree. And let's start by improving our economy. The Central Siberian Federation has been formed, but our work is not yet done. We gotta colonize the north, for one, but also probably kick Irkutsk's teeth in sometime soon, in approximately 4 years, when the grand showdown happens. Yep, just like that, we're getting those colonies. We got like 4,000 extra manpower, not that much. Actually, it wasn't even everything, never mind, we still have to get this in. Oh, there we go, now it is in. That was like an extra 2,000 manpower, not that much either. Let's maybe expand the power grid and also increase our GDP and our weekly stability. Although our weekly stability, our max stability has already been hit, so maybe not. And in the frenzied push to reunify Siberia and restore it to its rightful dignity, a whisper has grown. As the light has gained purchase, so too has our shadow. Workers across the central Siberian industrial zones have begun a massive coordinated general strike. That's not good. But we do get American supplies. Nice. Uh-oh. Demilitarized zones and calls for an uprising. Our capital tile? Ah, great. And they're all stuck in there. My troops. My poor troops are stuck. Oh, and we should probably, yeah, do some mining revenue. Do the Saka expedition. No, calm down everyone, please. There's gonna be revolts? Are we actually gonna... Yeah, there is actually a revolt that's gonna be happening. Let's slow down time. I guess, you know, we did unify the nation fairly quick. Crush this dude, thank you. And just walk around the enemy, if we can. So far, we've already pushed him in pretty damn hard. I think we might just need Novosibirsk more than anything at this point. Oh, never mind, not even. We've won pretty damn handedly. We did lose a decent chunk of manpower, I feel like. And reconnect the roads once more. Also pump out like 13 more units so we have a full 36 stack. It would be nice if we can get like another additional 36 stack but that'll be pretty much worries for later. Oh, we can actually get maybe Irkutsk in to become a part of us. That would be incredible. We'll do both Irkutsk and the Divine Mandate. See if we can get them both under control. Can we do the same with maybe Omsk? Oh, we actually can. Though it looks like they're about to die as well, so maybe focus on the Mandate instead. Both are over halfway. Perfect. We're gonna get them both in. So excited. Part of me hopes they're gonna crush Amur as well. That'll be less to worry about for me. Mandate of Siberia is almost dead. Oh, we cannot do it until 1969. Fair enough. So I guess we'll pretty much just wait. I'm still gonna pump them up. That way, when it is time, I can just press the takeover button in like 5 years. I can just do whichever one I want, and I'll be good. There we go. Both very eager to be annexed as soon as we're ready. Are you sure about this, Luca? His former colleague asked. Yes, Mikhail. Do you have a better suggestion? No, I never thought I'd be working for Titan. Neither did I, but don't give up hope. Just because the Republic fell doesn't mean we can't still look to the future, eh? Mikhail seemed to consider it silently. Finding some solace from the anxiety the whole team felt since the Federation troops marched through Tomsk, Luka wished he believed in his own words, but he couldn't. After the surrender, he found himself alone with Mikhail, Artyom, and 3 other scientists looking to him for guidance. He was prepared to work within a command structure and lead a small team on a single project, not make decisions for people that would shape the rest of their lives without any guidance. The worst part was the simplicity of the choice offered to them. They would work for Titan, or they would not work at all. The sheer injustice of it drove Luka to tears sometimes. There was simply nothing else. Titan bought out everything. There was no other way. But without the Republic, what are we even working for anymore? For the same thing we've always been working towards. Progress. We are losing some pressure from letting it melt down a little bit. I'm gonna keep buying it up, bit by bit, so that when the time is right, I can still do the takeover. Something tells me it's gonna be Irkutsk that's the only one gonna be standing by the end of it. Regardless, we'll make sure they're annexable when the time is right. Yeah, Irkutsk has unified. Okay, good for them. How many units do they actually have? I'm just asking for a friend. Oh yeah, we're safe. We're totally safe. Although they might be building up troops now that they are unified. Damn it, the game crashed. Alright, give me a second. This was the peace deal, I think. The OFN-1 in South Africa. But for how long? Our poverty rate will increase? Yeah, we definitely need that. As in, the poverty rate will decrease. We'll have a better position in poverty, is what I'm trying to say. That everything is improving. Konstantin stared out into the fields of his farm. A gentle rocking sea of amber lit up the cold morning sun. The boards on his porch creaked under his feet as he stepped up to the railing, taking in a breath of crisp air. Harvest season was almost upon him, and he could just about taste it in the wind. As he watched his children running, carefree, through the acres of wheat, playing some game that only existed in their precious little mind. Konstantin let a smile creep across his face, remembering when he and his family were nothing but a group of battered refugees. But things were different now. Better. His children now smiled and laughed and will not have to worry about where their next meal would have to come from. That last fact was very apparent as Konstantin felt the telltale scent of a cooking breakfast waft past his nose. They'd come so far. They'd done it all themselves. The blisters and cuts in their hands after clearing acres of brambles, the racket of hammers striking nails and saws biting through the wood, when they rebuilt the house where breakfast now sizzled in a pan. It was all worth it. For once he felt like he belonged somewhere. This was where he was meant to be. Not by the grace of God, but his own will. A bright sun and a brighter future indeed. Oh, Samara actually won, instead of Zhukov. That's interesting. Vlasov. Now that we're done with that, maybe we can go for our geopolitical future first. We don't need the military stuff just yet. Might also need some trains, now that I think about it. We'll unlock decisions that'll make it easier to pick partners. Interesting. Okay, I think I would prefer, ideally, to pick America, because we're more on the freedom-loving side. Hoorah, all that stuff. So if we can get them to sponsor our existence, that would be very nice. Oh, Okay, in our attempt to find an economic partner, a conflict has arisen between the megacores, Sibir and Phoenix. Sibir, an agricultural megacore, has favored getting closer ties to the co-prosperity sphere, while the military-industrial centered megacore Phoenix has desired closer ties to the United States and the OFN. We have 1 year before picking a side. Failing to pick one will spell economic disaster. Increase OFN influence. And yeah, maybe sabotage Sibir. Because I would like to go with the OFN. Increase OFN influence as well. Sign military contracts. Ooh. Yeah, OFN influence is 10. With this, we should be able to pick him. We've done a lot of decisions for this. That should be fine. Sphere's 11%. What the hell? Why does it keep increasing so much? To 18? So Ural has united. The Far Eastern Soviet Socialist Republic has united. We might just be able to take them both over. Once 1969 hits. Pakistan wins the independence war. Oh damn, India's getting destroyed. Let's do some more excavation and even more excavation. Damn, our administration is actually atrocious currently. Damn, Japan's growing hard, huh? There we go, look at that. Both of these are almost enough. I could put some money in there, but I'd rather not. I'd rather keep my debt low enough. Fortified tour, sure. Keep doing all the decisions that we can. Improvement regardless of purpose, hell yeah. Our people, while we're at peace, you know, our nation is actually getting a bit better. Piece by piece. Our debt is growing, but so is our GDP. Expand the mine, do more excavation, of course. All of this will be great for our future. Oh no, I forgot. Central Siberian Federation draws closer to Japan now. Whoopsie. Who cares? I guess Japan's now our best friend. Which might not be the worst, considering Japan's actually winning. Hard. Well, I guess we'll establish relations with Japan then, huh? We're 100% stable and 100% eager for war. It's actually looking pretty dang good, huh? Keep these dudes up. We only have 3 more years to go before we can just straight up integrate them without a fight. The Japanese accept the pipeline. The Sibirs will take all of the work though. So they become a little bit more loyal. And will of course provide all of the material. Oh, that was an extremely quick pipeline. Thank you. Our debt is growing a little bit too quickly if you ask me though. Not sure if I'm a big fan of that. Don't forget, yep, to put this back up to 100%. We're almost in 1967, so 2 more years away before we can do our glorious annexation. This is the military austerity, huh? And temporary attacks hike. I don't think it'll help us much, but why not? To stem the tide of our ridiculous amounts of debts. And now we've done all the trees except for our army ones. Let's finish that one up, huh? We'll be just in time for the war. Or hostile takeover. Shame I can't start with putting pressure on Samara either. Don't really need the war support, so nor do we really need the stability is a thing. I guess we'll just do this and increase our military training policy effectiveness. Our credit rating actually improved. That's great. Means we have less of an interest on our loans. Yeah, we're part of the Japanese economic sphere these days, huh? It's a shame we can't get our own one. At least not yet. It's also probably why our credit rating improved, because we are a part of the Japanese sphere. It's also re-improve with everyone involved, eh? So again, pressure up to the max. I'm so excited to press these buttons. And the Pan-African Liberation Front actually won. Good for them. Germany abandons Why would you abandon Pakistan? That is so silly. You had an in South Asia. Nah, that couldn't be me. If I was the Anhats Pact, I would expand even more. And now Hindustan once again is fighting Pakistan. Damn, it's gonna be definitely the strongest co-prosperity sphere I've seen yet. That's what I'm trying to do when I play Japan. Expand even further. And there we go. We're done with our focuses for the time being. Well, at least for the next year and a bit. And Pakistan's also gone. Forever. Never to be seen again. They even lost their cores. We just get like maybe 12 more units? Yeah, why not? I don't think we have the manpower to get an additional full 36 stack, but a 12 stack will be just fine. Damn it, Angola also got independence of the OFN. Looks like the OFN won't be staying in Africa for that much longer, huh? It's January of 1968. 1 more year before the inevitable clash. I'm so looking forward to just annexing both of these instantly pretty much. They're not going to be ready for what's about to happen. Oh, research and development for airplanes apparently. Well, let's do them, I guess. We have 48 troops, so even if push comes to shove and we actually have to fight them, we outnumber, well, one of the sides. The West Siberian Republic, not so much. But that's also one of the reasons why we have economic pressure so cranked up on them. Yep, and Africa has been decolonized. I suppose it doesn't really matter what you do. You can never keep Africa in the OFN, only in the economic sphere, because I'm pretty sure they are in the American economic sphere. Our GDP per capita is also pretty decent in our nation, so I'm quite happy with that. It might be one of the richest regions in Russia these days, funnily enough. There we go, raise the pressure up once again to the max. Explore uranium. You know what? Sure, let's do that, huh? Because I feel like that's gonna make us money then instead of lose us money. Is it just me, or does the leader of the Guangxi province kinda look like every divorced British 50-year-old that goes to Southeast Asia? I guess it's close to like this. You might enjoy the weather there too. Let's also train up these dudes, huh? While we're at it. The rest is fully trained up. Why not them too, huh? Also, can we perhaps... Do we need logistics, you think? Sure. Maybe some motorized recon as well, while we're at it. I don't think we have any anti-air. No, we don't. So remove that for now. And that will mean I'll have to train up these dudes again. Oh, and Kazakhstan's pretty much collapsed. They're all fighting each other. Good for them, or I'm sorry to hear that. Either way, I don't care too much, because we're going to annex them eventually. And look at it, it's already September. They're still very much in our sphere. One press of a button, they're all ours. But we still have a couple of months left, so no need to press it just yet. Although, saying that, that was a big jump downwards. Let's press it anyway. Oh, never mind. They're completely in our sphere again. Alright, next project, please. It was a success. Oh, great. We're now back into November. I think once we hit December, I'll bump this up again. I mean, look at how little went away. Far Eastern Republic lost a lot more, but I think it's because they are the stronger one. Although, saying that they have less troops than us, but maybe they have like a smaller economy as well. Or they have a bigger economy, although I don't think they do. I feel like the West Siberian one probably has a better economy. I guess it doesn't matter. And December hits. Okay, we're 1 month away. Again, improve it to the max. Improve it to the max. I'm so excited to press that button. 2 days, 1 day. There we go. January 1st, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up. What? Only neighbors can be influenced and only Siberian warlords until 19... We cannot? Hello? Oh, we need to... No, still can't. I don't know what that means then. Or at least, you know, we can press this, I guess. Damn it, I guess peace was never an option. Oh no, never mind. I'm just full of shit. I can press the takeover button. Here. Boom. And then, I'm guessing the other one as well, right? Well, actually, first off, let me integrate everything. And press the Siberian reunification, because, you know, like, just how easy it goes sometimes. Also unlocks us some new focuses. As you can see, that was so quick, man. Look at this beautiful Siberian Federation. I am so proud of what we've accomplished. What about this, though? They're neighbors, right? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll go for the Siberian Mandate. An end to wonders. That does suck, because I liked those little wonders for every, like, major hub or interesting place that we conquer. Alright, January finished up. I'm hoping it just was a little buggy. Increase the pressure? Sadly, we cannot. Which is silly, because why are you giving me the option then? Maybe they have to unite first. That could be a possibility. So I'll let them fight to the death between each other. Then I'll come beat up whoever's left. We've united most of Russia already, except for the western part. They still have to fight each other, and then I guess I will have to annex the winner. It's a shame I cannot take them over. It would be very funny if we could do that already. Regardless, while these two will be fighting each other, I will be growing stronger. We even have dockyards, although we are incapable of building a navy, I think. And there go. I think we've pretty much cored everything, right? They gave us almost 100,000 manpower. Not bad. Hey, Fyodor, how do you know when you've killed a communist? I don't know, Lev. How? When he starts to bleed out, he calls his own blood reactionary and tells it to read more theory. Lev laughed at his own joke. Though Fyodor was unamused. Seeing this, Lev tried again. How do you know when you've killed a fascist? Fyodor glared at him. When he starts to bleed out, he calls you a Jew bastard and says his blood is too strong to leave his body. Once more, Lev cackled at his own lack of wit, and once more, Fyodor remained silent. When Lev finished laughing, Fyodor spoke. Have you ever killed anyone, Lev? Lev looked at him, confused. Maybe. I fired my gun in combat a lot, but I'm not sure. Well, have you ever watched anyone bleed out? No. Well, I have. I watched 5 men die. A communist, 2 anarchists, a fascist, and a Cossack. None of them talked about race or theory while they were dying. They all just cried for their mother. That is grim. That is grim. Election. Who do we want to elect is a thing. Do we want to keep Pokryshkin or go for Shukshin? I think a federation would be interesting, so maybe we'll go for Shukshin instead. And now we... Oh, look at this handsome... It kind of looks like Viggo Mortensen. Did you know that when filming for The Lord of the Rings, Vasily Shukshin broke his leg or something like that, kicking a bucket? I don't know, there's a joke in there somewhere. But don't ask me to find it. Ah, there it is. We can actually press buttons. I love pressing buttons. As a result of growing tensions amongst the leadership of the Federation, the co-rulers have decided to put an end to these tensions by putting up the decision up to an election. Each of the candidates will jockey for support from various groups of the Federation and will undoubtedly work to undermine each other. I will announce the stunning and brave fact that corruption is bad. The people will love me for sure. We've almost completely pushed out Pokryshkin. God damn. Hold a speech. On a normal night, the Barnaul Theatre would be hosting a local musician or amateur dramatic company debuting a new production, and it would draw a decent audience of the residents of the city, whose name the theatre bore. But this was no normal night. The main event was scheduled to start for 2 more hours, and there were already lines around the block. The speech was supposed to last 30 minutes, but with the audience cheering and chanting, it stretched to almost an hour. Additional speakers outside the theater delivered Shukshin's words to the even larger crowd outside the streets. We'll need an even bigger venue this next time. Dude, it's over. Pokryshkin, you need to make better money moves. Do we really need to wait like 170 days? It's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Partisan activity decreases, slightly decreases courting time. I mean, it's kind of a little late because I cored everything already. I'm pretty ahead of schedule when it comes to reconquering Russia. Our poverty rate will improve. That's perfect. That's perfect. We need it. What's it looking like currently? It's still going down, but very slowly. And everything else is also still improving. Let's talk to the officers as well, because why not? Oh, damn it. Progress has been rebuked. I'm guessing that's because Pokryshkin is also making his moves. Oh, look at that. They're actually fighting each other. Nice. We'll keep everything high if possible. Although it looks like the West Siberians are not gonna win. It's a provisional commissariat of the Western Russia. Let's appeal to the common people. And 71 will be able to do the final showdown, I'm guessing. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully I can just reunify by buying the rest of Russia. It generally does look to be over for Western Russia. Come on. Look, a big part of their army got encircled in here. Pretty sure they had less troops. What if we make 236 stacks, huh? Just because we can, really. Damn, we got a lot of technology for boats now. We suddenly know how to make them. Once again. Well, I mean, we are Russians. Did we ever know how to make boats? Who knows, man? Alright, this will be able to do once we've sorted our leadership issue, which should be happening in like 80 days, right? Yeah, pump up the air forces, please. Actually, we might need, mayhaps, some air bases, eh? Have you considered that? Got the atomic age. That means hopefully we can start making nukes. Access nuclear Oh, okay. Why don't I just press all of these, huh? Sure, we're gonna get into a lot of that, but we're already into a lot of that. So who cares, right? Russia doesn't need to survive long enough. It just needs to outlast everyone else. There we go. The last federation standing. It's finished. That means one thing. Well, first off, appeal to the common people. Blah, 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 whatever. We can begin the unification talks. Or we just don't do that, huh? Look at 3 decisions in. We're almost done. That's how powerful we've become. And then I think in 10 days, we'll be able to probably annex them. If it works. Oh, come on. There we go. No, it doesn't seem to be working. And that is such a shame. I would have loved to just straight up annex them. In 8 days, we get our election results. I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion, I'd say. Vasily Shukshin was many things: a writer, an actor, and a poet, and a mayor, and a politician. He had climbed his way from the son of peasants in Altai to become the second most powerful man in the Federation, the champion of democracy. However, as he sat at home, waiting for the results to come in, all he could feel was trepidation. Months worth of campaigning, dozens of speeches, rallies, and meetings, weeks of courting corporate representatives and sympathetic Siloviki had led to this. He had crisscrossed Siberia from Magadan to Kolposhevo, and now the only thing that he could do was wait. The people had spoken, and they wanted Pokrishkin out. With that, we have become a democracy. Manifest. So we can get all the succulent Chinese meals that we could ever want. Look at that. 24 dudes. We got 2 full stacks. Oh, Vlasov's not here, huh? Okay. And how strong are they? I think we're pretty much on par with each other, huh? I'd prefer to do peaceful unification. It sucks that we cannot just annex them. I would have loved to. Please consider keeping everyone loyal in here, though. We got enough political power anyway to waste. Oh, damn it. Everyone becomes disloyal and less powerful. Whoops. It was early in the morning when the 2 men sat in one of the many rooms of the presidential palace, flames flickering in the fireplace, snow melt falling from the frost-covered roof. The new and the former president of the Siberian Federation glancing at each other uneasily. They had been friends once, comrades in arms during the final days of the Republic. Those days were gone, a friendship strained and broken amidst the rise of the Federation. Where did it all go wrong, Vasily? Where did we lose our way? Shukshin glanced up at Pokrishkin's voice, the falcon of Siberia, staring down into his drink. There was no malice in eyes, no resentment, just a colorless pallor and the resigned expression. Shukshin stared at his own drink, for he had no response, no answer to the question that he himself had pondered on many sleepless nights. He could still faintly remember the optimism in the Federation's early day, the final break from the decaying Republic amidst the chaos of the Siberian War and anarchist revolt, a time where the Federation seemed to have a place for everybody, regardless of ideology or wealth, before the corruption and cynicism set in, before the rise of the Siloviki and the corporations. He could point out to many a time where he or Pokrishkin should have stepped in, should have moved to rein in the excesses of the system, but the Federation itself was a reaction, a result of the failed idealism of the poets and artists of Tomsk. Perhaps the cynicism which arose in the idealism's place was a simple yet another inevitable result of the Republic's failure. I don't know, Pokrishkin. I don't know. How's our nukes going, huh? Let's have a look. Oh, first stage is close to completion, actually. Got factory complexes now and innovative industry. Our societal development is getting up there. With industrial expertise, we're at the max. We're almost there when it comes to administrative efficiency as well. Yeah, we're looking good. We're kind of dumb though right now, but we're hopefully fixing that somewhat soonish. Oh, they're invading Burgundy. Oopsie. I don't think Burgundy will last for long. I just hope they're not going to launch nukes, because I'd be pissed. China is modern. Good for them. I do hope to see one day the focus tree expanded, because I really remember I thoroughly enjoyed the China focus tree and the story behind it. I just wished that after they've like stabilized and made something out of themselves, they could regain their land off of the Japanese, or like reunite with all the other breakaway states. But maybe if the focus tree gets extended further in the future, we'll see something about that. I kind of want air assault companies, not gonna lie. I don't think I have helicopters, or like proper attack helicopters. Might have to research that, huh? If I want to face Germany. Oh, we're already in stage 2. I didn't even realize. That's good. Halfway through stage 2. And in a couple of months, we'll finally be able to start the reunification talks, or the reunification wars. I think I need attack helicopters, right? If I want to do my plan. I'm still pissed I can't annex them. Come on, man. You know you would have loved to. Maybe if we do the unification talks, we can just do it like that. Finally begin unification talks. Propose a non-aggression pact and enhance our diplomatic standing. But we're actually starting on the back foot with diplomatic weight. Which makes sense because we don't own the deep heartlands, or whatever's left of it. Although, hypothetically, we can do it. We peacefully unified Russia just like that. I knew it. We could have done it. World's quickest reunification. We get an extra research slot and we become the Russian Federation. Isn't that beautiful? Now, of course, we do have to pretty much just core everything, right? We don't have actually enough points for all of this. Damn. We can change Shukshin's portrait as well. I think we fucked it up. No. Hello? Can I? Thank God. What the hell is this? Some impressive photoshopping, huh? I think I'll grow some facial hair, yeah. How did we age like 15 years? And we get a new focus tree. Why would you look at that? Nice. But I need to... I kind of like his old one. It's gone. I fucked it up somehow. I guess I'll choose one of the other ones then. Sure, this one's fine. Could even make boats. Incredible. We'll have a navy. Which, you know, currently do not. We need transport equipment, transport helicopters, and attack helicopters. Okay. We got our work cut out for us, huh? There's the improved attack helicopters. A chain of command which grants buffs and debuffs depending on what generals serve in our army. Okay. Foreign policy. Well, we can do that now, but most of the crises have already happened. Gentlemen, it's good to see you all today. I know you all have busy schedules, so I'll keep this brief. The Federation, as you know, doesn't just encompass Central Siberia anymore, but all of Free Russia. In line with this new reality, I think it's time we reform our government into something more pragmatic to accommodate the Federation's needs. He received 3 nods in agreement, of course, but his vice president was quick to object. Mr. President, you can't be serious. This is just another attempt by you to subvert the Silovki, and you damn well know it. I understand you represent your reservations on this, Alexander, but even you must admit the current system is overextended and in dire need of change. The Silovki won't like it, Vasily. I don't expect them to, Alexander, but it has to be done. For the good of the Federation, right? For the good of the Federation, indeed. We record most of our land. We actually have a lot of manpower now. Oh damn, we need prisons and hospitals again. I guess my colleagues in the other parts that I didn't have control over for the longest time did not build up as much as I did. Oh, look at that, we can actually make 24 stacks now. Nice. I think we'll form, work with the newly formed opposition. No need to stay with the Silovki. 57 billion? What happened to our economy? I like it. We have a deficit of 11%, which is better than like the over 20% that we had for the longest time. We can intervene. Look at what we finally can also do some foreign policy stuff. The problem is we have garbage units. Who do we support? The Shah, them, right? Yeah. Send 3 dudes. Fair enough. And 3 air wings. Our first steps. This will increase our leanings towards federalism by a large amount. We get our first votes in the State Duma. A better attack helicopter. Quite happy with that. Look at the moves that we're making. Absolute money moves. You may be late to the party when it comes to crises, but goddammit, we are smooth with it. Despite not really having a proper helicopter division. And this gives us a massive tree once again. The Russian dream. Start with economic liberation, huh? Because we need to improve our economy quite a bit more to outcompete the deficit, pretty much. We cannot reinforce supplies. Okay. From the capital, apparently. How about in here? Yeah, that should give us reinforcements. Oh, we have a... Where's the National Assembly? I guess in the decisions, maybe? No. The National Intervention GUI. Where is the National Intervention GUI? Is this... Yeah, this is it. We got 16 days remaining. Can accuse them of populism. Sure, they're already at 100, so it's not gonna make it worse, as far as I know. And we have enough votes, that's a thing. We've almost... Yep, there we go. We've pretty much gotten our units fully equipped again. We just need more attack helicopters and transport helicopters. So let's get to that, man. The hell, are they all fighting each other now? I think so. I gotta get back, man. This is chaotic. Thought we were friends. Those troops might actually just be dead, huh? Oh well, that's okay. I got very unlucky with that. We're too far in. I'll just make new ones. Send in my boys again, please. Maybe make some more boys in the meantime. Oh, we can have an attack helicopter company. Nice. But we are already lacking helicopters, so maybe let's hold off on that, huh? Maybe we can get into Estefan. And out of these 3, I think I like the Symphony one most because it will improve my poverty rate. That's the only bad thing in our country currently. Like a lot of people in poverty. Oh, their capital is free. I might just go in there, steal it. Is this gonna be enough? Oh, we got them all out. Nice. We pranked the Japanese helicopter units and actually managed to kill them. Workers' Protection Act also passes. And our poverty rate will increase. Well, decrease, hopefully. Oh, we're about to take the capital. Maybe if we take a bit more, we'll have everything. Maybe let's slow down time for this, so we can finally, hopefully, finish off this war. Oh, there we go. That's the first one dead. The Shadam grows. Let's see if I can go all the way to Tehran, maybe? I don't think I can. At least not through there. Not through here either. Go in here and here so we can hopefully encircle this dude before it's too late. Although I have my doubts. While they're busy with my troop in here, we can actually just move in harder. Damn it. We cannot move in harder. They're pushing us back. Why are we so weak? It's mostly their insane planning bonus. I should probably also start making a planning bonus, huh? Oh. This could be a great opportunity for us. We got this dude encircled, right? Damn it. Never mind. The killer has escaped. Although saying that, we can get this one in. A free tank killed. Nice. In the meantime, I will just go in here, take a bunch of VPs. Hopefully that'll be enough to capitulate at least the Islamic Republic of Iran. Women's Rights Act. Hell yeah. That should hopefully give me a lot more support. Might radicalize the more conservative party. But I'm just going to ignore them for now. Iran is about to fall. It fell. That's probably not enough, is it? I'll keep going for VPs then. Alright, and now we just have to do the oath to the people. Make sure that they are also happy with us. Yosef slowed his breathing as his task force approached the tiny cabin. Every careful step was as loud as a gunshot. Every toe was meticulously placed, lest they alert their target. From a distance, the smoldering hut could have been dismissed as nothing but an abandoned dacha. But a trained eye could see a dim gray of fresh soot on the leaning, creaked chimney. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, mark. Private Dragunov threw his weight into the old door, shredding it like wet paper. Yosef charged into the cabin behind him, his pistol drawn. Put your hands up. Under the orders of President Shukshin, you are now under arrest. Yosef saw nothing but an old man sitting on a rickety chair. The shell of a man that was once Nikolai Bukharin had been admiring an old photograph. Those sad, worn eyes weren't the same that once burned with ideological fire. His broken gait was not the proud stride of the leader Yosef had served under so long ago. The old soldier couldn't help but blink away tears as he saw what had become of a hero he'd idolized in his youth. Once he thought of Bukharin as a murderer, a butcher, who had sent his brothers to their deaths on the hellish Caucasian front. Now he only saw a broken man, a failure who'd lost as much as any Russian. Yosef felt his pistol slip out of his hand. His fingers were suddenly numb, like he'd dipped them in snow. His throat constricted, and he felt the hot tears slide from his face. Nikolai Bukharin, he choked out. For the crimes of desertion and high treason, you are under arrest. His men stood at his side, rifles trained on the former premier of the Soviet Union. If he tried to run, then this would ruin his final resting place. He did not. Bukharin slowly rose to his feet, prepared to face judgment for destroying Russia. He picked up the framed photo and stared at it one last time, wiping away the dust that had gathered over his former friends and enemies. He shuffled over to Yosef, a resigned look in his sad eyes as Yosef prepared a set of steel manacles. He heard only 2 words from Nikolai Bukharin, the man who had doomed 3 generations. I'm sorry. Jeez, okay. Way to be a Debbie Downer, man. As the only door to Shukshin's office opened, his bodyguards escorted Nikolai Bukharin into the seat adjacent to him. The man had changed. The once hopeful face of Lenin's heir, nicknamed Golden Boy, an exemplary visage plastered on posters throughout the Soviet Union, was now depressed and ragged, creased with wrinkles and shame. Shukshin sighed as the former premier met his eyes. The old man dared to look at him for only a second before his gaze returned to his dirty soles. Was he really so terrified? I won't object to your men shooting me, the old man whispered. The president paused, taken aback. I didn't bring you here to shoot you, Shukshin offered. If anything, I felt like living in that ruin was sufficient punishment. But once the Federation Council found out you were still alive, I had no choice but to honor their arrest warrant. He stood up and looked out the window of his office. It was a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Wind blew gently through jade leaves. Children were playing football in the fields, their lessons completed or escaped. It was not the sort of day to condemn a man. Federation will be a nation of laws. I can't let you go free of your own volition. The presidency must always be subject to the Russian law, not above it, as the Bolsheviks once were. You'll have your day in court. I understand. But even then, Shukshin knew that the ex-premier would never have justice. The people knew he was guilty, even if it wasn't true. They would judge him. An old man who had already punished himself would rot in a cell for the rest of his short and sickly life. That to be his legacy, turning Bukharin over to the mob justice, letting the people slake their thirst for revenge. Or would he give special treatment to a tyrant, author of anarchy, the monster who'd condemned men, no different than Shukshin to the gulags? Would he break the law he authored for the sake of mercy? All men are equal before the law. We're so close to destroying the Islamic Republic. Now we can focus on the Socialist Federation of Iran as well. There's the Shahdam, also dead. Just one left. Still are lacking like 3,000 helicopters. No, transport helicopters. And 1,500 attack helicopters. Pretty much once the first domino fell, it's a lot easier now to take control over Iran. See? Another encirclement. And he's pretty much instantly dead. Damn it, we got encircled. How dare you? Don't worry, we'll re-encircle them. And then after getting most of the PvPs, yeah, we'll just win. I don't really have a faction for them to join, but maybe they'll be aligned to me or something like that. I don't know. Oh, there we go. We got the breeze. Perfect. We did it. Look at that. Never mind Baluchistan, but that's okay. Shapur was a wrinkled man with deep lines etched along his sides, creating a thick mustache between wide, intelligent eyes. While it was uncommon for such a new head of state to travel out of the country, the occasion was important enough that he found himself on a private Russian jet, making his way over to the industrial Novosibirsk in well-attended formality. It wasn't lost on Iran's new prime minister that this was Russia's first real ally outside of the lands of the former Soviet Union, and the occasion was one that both sides took seriously. Bakhtiar himself knew that while he was respected in Russia, they were attaching themselves to a small and precarious power compared to the United States. Still, Bakhtiar was a loyal man and found his values reflected more in the Russia than in the Organization of Free Nations. Once they landed, the older man made his way down the airplane steps, down to come face to face with Vasily Shukshin, president of the Russian Federation. The man was young, hardly in his 40s, and with a vibrancy to match. Here was a man whose creases on his brow told a story of struggle and hardships, much like Bakhtiar's own under the Shah Banu. Between the flames of radical extremism of all forms and shifting dictatorships, constitutional Iran and Russia were a sign of a different order, one made of respect for the democratic rights, the dignity of people, and moderation. Shukshin held Bakhtiar's hand warmly. I am honored to meet you, Prime Minister. This is a very special day for both of our nations. No, President, the honor is mine. Your assistance throughout our national struggle is something we will not forget. Let us go inside. There is much to be done to join our nations together in friendship. The foundation of something greater indeed. Hell yeah, our first friend. We do need to revolutionize school equipment because we are still on secondary schooling. We have a lot of catching up to do. And we're only slowly improving. Pokrishkin sauntered towards the sleek flying machine, sunlight glinting off its polished metal wings, a proud smirk on his face. What do you think, Vasily? It's beautiful, isn't it? Not corporate made, that's for sure. The president quipped as he followed closely behind the experienced pilot. The Federation had recently released a new batch of combat planes, and Pokrishkin would be one of the first to try them. Alexander had a massive grin as he soared throughout the skies in the Federation's newest generation of jet fighters, the proud MiG-23, an aircraft with enough speed and firepower to challenge the Luftwaffe in the skies. How's the weather up there? Shukshin asked Pokrishkin's headset. It's fine, Vasily. I've been away from the skies for far too long. What do you think, old friend? Is it fast enough to win us the skies? Vasily, with an aircraft like this, we could take over the world if we wanted. He was going to make Vasily grin like an idiot when he finished his little trick. Pokrishkin pushed the engine harder, even faster, until it created a powerful sound that cracked the sky. A sonic boom, if you will. Let's just add our helicopters right now. Sure, we don't have enough at the moment, but that's okay. I don't want to befriend the pacifists. I'd rather cross the aisle then. Because, we gotta get our lands back off of the Germans at some point. Peaceful dialogue is not gonna cut it, I feel like. And there we go, the Russian dream. With that, we will unlock new focuses. Most likely to, reclaim our glorious lands. Right? Yeah, looking beyond our southern border for one. Oh, we could probably do like an annexation with them, right? I don't know. No, this doesn't work, I'm guessing. Because we got all of the land already. And I'll put my troops in here anyway, right? Why not? We have stabilized the Russian Federation, brought democracy to the average Slav, and now we have to look beyond, because we have a lot of land to conquer. I mean, reintegrate. Our economy will change to capitalism. Hell yeah. Why not? Now we will secure our southern neighbor. I mean, become BFFs with them or something like that, right? It's time to retake us. Well, I guess we're not even pretending. Though if possible, I would prefer to do a diplomatic approach to their annexation. Or reintegration, whatever you may want to say to that. Oh, we have to prepare the troops. Ah, because they're socialist. Fair enough. Could also just change everyone to elite infantry, right? We have the equipment for that. And hopefully the manpower. The hell is a Turkestan Reclamation Government? They're part of the Einheitspact? God damn it. That's another front line we'd have to worry about if we go to war with the Reichspact. Attack, my dudes. We should pretty much instantly disintegrate them. And you know what? We do have airplanes. I'd like to... Where are they? There they are. Have them automatically placed on the front line. How's the casualties looking? We almost lost 1,000. They lost 100,000. What the heck? Okay. We're doing... Wait, collective security. We actually have the Shahdam of Iran as like our actual ally. We become a great power. Or at least a faction. Let's see what happens if we... Yep, they just instantly die. What are the stats looking like? Okay. Slightly to our favor, I'd say. At this point, let's even be aggressive about it, huh? What are they gonna do? Stop us? I don't think so. There we go. Kazakhstan is now ours. How beautiful. What? Why would we do that? Alright, let's reinstate our claim. At least for Vladivostok. And maybe preemptively, you know, move some troops in here. In case they might have any idea of keeping Vladivostok to themselves. The Japanese at least. Military march in Novosibirsk, of course. Shukshin drummed his fingers on the table impatiently as he waited for Pokrishkin to arrive. With the Federation reformed and prepared for the difficult road ahead, Vasily felt the nation was finally ready to address the matter of Vladivostok, a city built by Russian hands, populated by Russians, stolen by the Japanese Empire at gunpoint. Could he do it? Could he pull off a negotiation with a superpower? His popularity would skyrocket if he would take the Far Eastern lands, but if he were to fail this endeavor, right on cue, Pokrishkin entered his offense. You know why I called you here, Alexander? We can't ignore Vladivostok. The Falcon nodded, placing several files down on Vasily's desk. I've spoken with some of my colleagues, and we've come up with several proposals to deal with the Japanese. Most of our solutions involve a Japanese-leaning economic treaty that would last for the next couple of years. We could allow their Zaibatsus to set up shop in Shita and Magadan for resources. The Falcon grinned, pointing to the second photo. This one gives them a deal they simply can't reject. To the outside world, it will look like Japan is on their hands and knees begging us for oil. It will indeed be ours. Forever and always. Oh, and in here, they will actually leave the Einheitspact. That's actually ideal. I'll deal with the core prosperity sphere first, though. Shukshin gazed upon the never-ending lines of soldiers from the balcony and felt a new emotion tug at his heartstrings. Pride. Pride to the new federation he had built, now a beacon of hope in this god-forsaken world. Look, Vasily, they're all marching for you, and you're wallowing in some sort of pansy depression. Come on now, look alive. Those people are marching for you, for their president, now act like one. The strong man practically yelled at him. Shukshin nervously turned around, nodding. You're right, it's just... You must have faith in our nation. Faith in yourself, my friend. Do you remember the oath that we all made those years ago? Have you forgotten what we swore the day we broke away from the Central Siberian Republic? No matter the struggle, no matter the enemy, we will face the coming storm. We will free our people, no matter the cost. Halt, not one step further, an old voice commanded from within the trees. Dmitri searched the forest beyond his eyes, settled on an old man sitting on a sturdy branch with rifle in hand. You're the one roughing people up, seeking to find me? The old man asked. I am. My name is Dmitri Ivanov. Служба безопасности, okay? Служба безопасности, okay, there we go. Here on behalf of the President Vasily Shushkin of the Russian Federation. I'm here to see you, Pyotr. Pyotr lowered his rifle and eyed Dmitri suspiciously. I've heard of guys like you. Why are you bothering an old man like me? President Shushkin wants to rally your old comrades in arms. Rally the people. Cause problems for these Japs. The president aims to retake Bijan, and he believes that restoring the resistance will make the Japanese more open to negotiation with the Federation. President Shushkin? He's so fixated on Moscow these days. Didn't think the guy cared about us here in Manchuria. He turned away from Dmitry, thinking to himself, for a moment, when Russia shattered, the other Russian partisans had been left to fend for themselves before the Kwangtung army finally broke them in Kharabovsk. Pyotr sighed as he turned around to face Dmitry. We might just die for it, but we'll do it. Alright, let's approach the sphere again. Maybe it would be best if we also start building up our nuclear arsenal. We're almost done with stage 3. There you go, stage 3 is actually done. How long will stage 4 take us though? I'll press all those buttons. Because I do feel like it will help us out. There we go. We're about to approach the spherelings. And next up, see to the claims on the northern front. Okay, we got most of the leverage, right? Can do this one for support from the Americans once per round. Support the Russian partisans. Should I go to war already? Is the question. I'll send another 12 stack in here to help guard Central Asia before I actually go to war. But I think I will go to war. Doesn't matter if I'm negotiating currently. America accepts. Yeah, I think this shouldn't be a problem. See, we got 45, they got 27. And I don't think the amount over is gonna really matter. Either way, it's time to declare war on the wild steppes, for which we will have to call in Kazan. And after that, most likely Finland will be next. Peace conference, is that? Yep, that is indeed it. Now we can reorganize Central Asia. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted. That looks gross. But they're all part of our faction, I guess. And all puppets, of course. I would have preferred to own them directly, though. Oh, we're getting 12.25% a month. That's actually great. Let's get a central foothold as well. Connect it all up. Develop Tashkent. Sure. Again, it sucks that we cannot just own it directly. For the thumbnail, I will, though. Put it all up together. We have an air force directly attached to this army group as well. So as soon as we go to war, we should be able to push in instantly. Anyway, let's go for Finland next. Japanese are exercising? I don't think so, buddy. Damn it. Should have paid better attention. Whoops. It's close. It had no reason to be this close, but we will get Birobidzhan. And in here, ooh. Okay, Japan accepts. Good. Support our stuff again. Do a boost of investment. It'll cost us money, but we'll get money out of them, I think. Push for Khabarovsk? There we go. Khabarovsk. Exactly how you pronounce it. Seek once again American support and meet with the Japanese. If 40 ships in... I don't think we have... We have one. Where do you think I'm gonna get ships from? I do not have any. I'd love to. Could you let me borrow a couple? Or at least buy some? I don't know. We can get Anus. Let's go. All about that butthole. United States, of course, accepts. They would much rather see us win than anyone else. Again, support Russian partisans. How's the casualties looking? Still incredibly well for us. Despite this not being the best terrain for us to walk into. Finland offers surrender. I don't know if I want to accept it though. Like, be very aggressive, please. If we can fully annex them, maybe? In here to Murmansk. About to take Helsinki. Japanese are exercising. I don't think so, buddy. They still got 2 days. Will we be able to capitulate? Probably not. We're oh so close. Oh. They're about to die? Wait, that's it? What about the rest? I guess we can integrate Kola. And now go for the graveyard of empires, right? I guess we gotta peace out with Afghanistan. Although I would like to get some land of theirs. Like this piece of land we have a claim on. Also, we own this land for some reason directly. Yeah, we sadly lost our claim. But now I guess it's time for us to move our troops to the main front line with the Germans. Look to the west. Japanese compromise. Sure, we will accept that. But I still need Vladivostok. Indeed, that's the most important part. Meet with the Japanese. Boost investment. Seek American support. And send in the partisan. A meeting with high command. Okay. Let's go, my boys. units do you think they have on the front line? It's gotta be a lot. Add in another elite unit. Wait, what? I should remove it. Yeah, this is what it needs to be. And now, I'd also like to train up some more of these dudes. 16 to start with? Maybe 21. Guess let's start up building a network, huh? A strong opening push with partisan support and then a period of consolidation to victory. Exactly, but we might still need the nukes for that. How's it looking? Stage 4 is nearing its completion. Constructs bunkers. I think, yeah, that is very important for us. Construct coastal defenses. I guess we can. I don't know if we really need it necessarily. Maybe make some dudes. Yeah, that should be enough. The 20. Martin Bormann has died. Ooh, so who's gonna take over? Oh, there it is, I think. We should be able to get Vladivostok. They agreed to return it. Treaty of Beijing. Perfect. Oh, it's a reintegration zone, funnily enough. I'm guessing it'll be annexed eventually then. And by the end of this month, we will go on to the final stage for our nukes. Okay, we're guarding our coastline. We only needed 5 dudes, but this will be good enough. Pump these dudes out as well. Next up, break their encryption. Oh, we even get help from our new puppets. But I don't want to call them in. I think I'll just leave them be so I can make him nervous. Next up, we will behead the snake. There we go. The final part. So close, man. So close. I'm telling you, the Reichskommissariat isn't going to last very long. We need a German administrator was discussing the conference room when a Wehrmacht officer strangely opened the door. Under orders of the Führer, all officials within the building are to be moved to Germany proper. Okay, there's evacuations. Whoopsie. They're not feeling too confident, huh? When can we annex this shit, though? Can we ever annex this shit? Condemn the Reich. Get ready for war. Yeah, let's mobilize the Federation, because I want that temporary boost to last as long as possible. And we wrote a letter to the German Reich and the world. Your great country, one built on the spilled blood of many innocents and the enslavement of millions, is a disgrace to human civilization. The world has stood by for too long, tolerating your cruel existence. Your state, the supposed beacon of light for a non-existent master race, is merely a dirty chessboard. Another battlefield for the slave masters, butchers and puppeteers to consolidate power, while the average German toils every day. How can a country that was created to provide a utopia for its master race not even fulfill such basic economic necessities for its people? It is a farce. The citizens of Russia have not forgotten the many injustices our people have had to endure for the last 3 decades. Your barbaric invasion of Russia resulted in mass death, genocide, and misery. It did not fulfill any of your objectives save malice, and we are now ready to avenge these injustices. Soon you shall face the long-awaited consequences for the abomination you have created. The tortured of Eastern Europe cry for justice, and justice will come. May the free world remove the shackles of complacency and join us in our crusade for freedom. Without warmth, the President of the Russian Federation, Vasily Shukshin. Strongly worded letter. That's how you can tell we are also European. Let's go for the liberation. I don't have that many troops, all things considered. But I'm hoping, because I made helicopter boys, we should be able to win anyway. For the liberation of all Russias. Let's go. It's time for us to move in. Check once again our special super duper cool project. Looks to be going well. We're almost halfway done. I really hope I can actually push in. It's now or never. One last war. Vasily stared longingly at the row of trees in front of him. Some primal urge within him wanted to just run in there and reclaim Russia single-handedly, although he hadn't seen such Russia. Neither had his parents either, but he was willing to make sure his generation would be able to not grow up in some backwater town in Siberia. He wanted to save the Russian people and the Russian homeland, to reclaim what was stolen from them by the fascist powers that be. Thinking about all he had come from, living in Novosibirsk, he had thought of the fledgling technocratic government shooting into the stars by controlling the anarchy around it and securing its far eastern possessions. The air was now tense and thick, with a slight spattering of rain slicking down off of his boots and coating the grass in a soft dew. The border itself didn't even seem imposing. It was pathetic even. In the distance, there was a small outpost one could see with binoculars, but other than that, it was no wonder so many could get in and out so easily. Vasily thought of maybe just putting a foot over the border in a childlike notion. However, it was dashed as the stronger voice inside him drove him back. Leaning on a tree, he looked down at his watch. 14:56. It read on his arm. The time was near, and the fate of Russia hung deep upon him. The countless generations gained or lost by this would be insurmountable. It's now or never indeed. One more day. We're off to war. Look at all that green, brother. Operation Bagration. Dude. We're going at it. This is great. Second West Russian War indeed. Forward. It's so much green though. I want to see the casualties. Slightly in our favor, I'd say. Get more equipment. Although it's not regular equipment we need. We just need more airplanes. Not even airplanes. More helicopters. Instigate. Do we need conscription? Sure. And remove some war propaganda. Production units, sure. How about diplomacy? Spread some anti-war. Yeah. Okay, we're marching in hard. Sadly, already lost 100,000. I don't know if we can maintain these kinds of losses, but the enemy definitely can't either. There are naval invasions, I hear. But where? Well, it's not going to be in here. That would be preposterous. But I did put dudes on all my naval bases. More airplanes. Thank you. It's currently orange. Some of it is green. We're doing great. Oh, we can contact free Europe. That would be even better. Okay, now stop attacking. We are out of manpower. If I can encircle these motherfuckers, that would be great. Oh, yeah, we did. That's a decent chunk of that as well. A crisis begins. That's not good. We need to avoid an international crisis? Sure. Why not? Let them attack us again while we gain some of our manpower back. Infantry trickle back, of course. Although, sure, why not? Secure emergency powers as well. I hear another naval invade. Yeah, they are trying to naval invade. Great. Now look at that. Another lovely encirclement, eh? They've lost over 1 million already. God damn. Okay, we need our helicopters still. So we'll add more to that. But we also need some airplanes, apparently. Oh, this right here would be a great encirclement as well. Thank you and goodbye. Oh, recapture of Vorkut. Oh, good. Good. German war exhaustion rises, ours lowers constantly. I'm gonna ask... Oh, what the hell? We're gonna ask our boys to maybe move in at this point, huh? Once more. Get a bunch more land. Bulgaria sends aid. Greece, Croatia, Romania, Hungary. Dude, so far everyone is sending aid. Norway? Aren't you, oh, you're no longer a part of them. The problem is none of them sent me helicopters. What do you mean stuck in Ukraine? I feel like I'm doing great in there. Well, I haven't even gotten there, but soon. Especially since we have Moscow now. Oh no, follow Vorkuta? What do you mean? We have Vorkuta still. Pretty sure they still don't have a port. Wait, they do have a port? The hell? They did take the port. Okay, I think we took the port back, so the British are stuck again. Good for them, I think. Italy refuses to help us. Once again, proving they are still the lapdog of Germany. Wait, Hungary joins? On our side, maybe. I don't know, man. We have gotten Vorkuta back. That's good. 0 war exhaustion, by the way. Ah, okay, no. Hungary joins on the enemy side, rather. That makes more sense. Why would they help us out, huh? Regardless, stop attacking. Let our troops reorganize a little bit, maybe. Vorkuta fell again? What do you mean? No, we got it back. Ah, that meant now there's a crisis with the Romanians too. 12,000 weekly manpower per week. That would be exactly what I need. Okay, I think we're ready for another push. Especially one that looks as green as ours does. And now Romania also joined. Yeah, slowly but surely they're all getting forced into the Einheitspact. Let's stop attacking again. Cannot push in much further at the moment. Casualties are also looking great, I'd say. 2.5 million on the enemy side. It's not as one-sided as I was hoping it would be, but it's still better than expected. I think it might be time for us to call in everyone, right? There'll be a great distraction. Oh, they were called in, they just refused to come in. If Alex Walker. What? I don't know what that means. How about Kazakhstan? Oh, that's some of their advisors, I'm guessing. Let's start diplomatic talks. Oh, we've called in everyone anyway. What? Okay, never mind. So it did work. Germany accepts diplomatic talk. Okay. Let's attack again. Fourth power emerged. That is indeed us. We have nuclear weapons. Start nuclear? I don't think so. I think we'll just push in as we are doing right now. Who is that? That's Germany, it says. But I don't know about that flag. Is that cultural appropriation, my dude? St. Petersburg. Perfect. No, we will go further. We need Ukraine. We need Caucasia. We need the supposed core German land as well. It's only Kazan and the Shadam of Iran that don't want to come in. Which I guess makes sense considering the frontline situation. Govin still hasn't fallen, by the way. That's insane. At least in the meantime, we're walking into core German land, so they should be starting to feel some pressure, huh? It seems that the Führers decided to do the nuclear up. I don't think so. We gotta load. We gotta do something. Is there... I think there should be a way to not have nukes be the end of it all. Maybe start negotiating and do some autonomy for the Volgas. Okay. That lessened detention. Offer them autonomy again. Maybe that'll lessen detention even more. Oh, no. Same thing again. Yeah, it just destroys everything. I'm gonna load up the game and tag over, maybe? See if I can make something happen. I tagged over to Germany. I pressed the disable nuclear arsenal button. So hopefully that should work and we can actually finish this war. And we destroyed Ukraine, Kiev so hard it just got renamed to victory points. Nope. Doesn't work, sadly. What if I demand... Ah, there we go. We demanded the land. But we'll go after them again, though. Why is it white? And then it dies anyway, so, you know. Sadly, it seems that it's pretty much impossible to fix it. I tried a couple of submods, but they are all out of date and crashed my game. Maybe they would work if I started with them, but I tagged over and made them unconditionally surrender to us instead. Yes, Russia is back indeed. Because as you can see, I pretty much did win. It sucks that I couldn't just like push in completely. But with this, we should have all of Russia back under our control. So this is what the peace would look like. Okay. I am going to transfer this piece of land, though, to the Baltics. Give me a second. I got to figure out how to do that. There we go. I fixed those borders, and I did have to do some border fixing in here, because a couple of provinces, like this one right here, were still, for some reason, a part of the Germans. And now a federation is reborn. Now we can pick up the pieces. I'm hoping we can now annex everything as well. We have to fight the werewolves as well. Whoops. Isles withdraw from the pact. Everyone's probably withdrawn from the pact now, huh? They got crushed decisively. Assassinate werewolf leadership, because we need to get rid of them as soon as possible. Norway joins the OFN. Hungarian Civil War. Ooh. A new page will be added to... What? Ah, the Hungarian Civil War. Increase our commitment. We'll delete a couple of these ones, please. How many can I send and to whom? Hungarian Republic. With volunteers, please. Air volunteers, rather. The Dutch Revolution as well. Ooh. Send one stack of airplanes. It's not that much, but whatever. It's better than nothing. We're moving in. There's also a German Revolution now. Okay. They became the Deutsche Republik. There we go. That's one Hungary eliminated. Eliminate the next one. And there we go. Green Hungary finally existed. Germany fell apart completely. Okay. Is that a second civil war that I'm smelling? Small holders are free now. The Road Front. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this tile. Okay, give me a second. There we go. Fixed it. I do hope we can annex all of this eventually. End of the Moscow chapter. That's good at least. We're slowly getting rid of the werewolves. Polish foreign policy as well. Okay. Commit. Send equipment. I don't even know which one I'm supporting. Not this one. Yeah, am I supporting either one of them? Who am I supporting? The Polish army, I guess. Right? We have no reason to involve ourselves, apparently, even though I just increased my commitment. And the German one. Wir sind verloren, indeed. That's what you get, you motherfucker. Can I support either one of them? Doesn't seem like it. None of them seem to like me. France, of course, moves in to reclaim their territory in here, which shouldn't be a problem. Yet the German superpower's gone. Now it's me. And I'm already doing better than the Americans, although not quite as well as the Japanese, though. They have a massive, massive co-prosperity sphere with an incredibly large India, surprisingly enough. I don't know how they got China and India on the same team, but it's definitely always awe-inspiring. I see. We can start annexing some stuff in here. The Democrats are actually winning, funnily enough. Okay. Good for them. We're down to 5. Assassinate once again, and then we can kill Outstanding to Republik Deutschland. Okay. So it definitely is whoever is most aligned to us. Though, that being said, it's not like they're... Wait, Germans were victorious in France? How? This was your one opportunity. Oh, you had even less troops. I mean, you should have built up by now, man. Anyway, final strike. Kill the werewolves. You can also intervene, apparently, in the German Civil War. And I might just do that. How big is our economic sphere, actually? It's pretty damn sizable. Look at that. But it is mostly our puppets as well. And then Hungary and Iran. Oh, and here we will improve our poverty rate rapidly. Increase our GDP growth by 3% as well. Yearly deficit is still atrocious, by the way. Back to over 20%. Whoopsie. The war definitely didn't help. Wait, the Republic Deutschland is dead? Damn. Okay. They looked like they were going to be the winner. Finally, we can annex the Muscovite Reconstruction Zone. Or West Russian Reconstruction Zone. If you want to be technical about it. Not just them, apparently Ukraine as well? What? I'm not sure if they became more integrated, I guess. The Far East also is reintegrated now. That's good. I was worried about it. Russian Phoenix, we have risen up. Now let's see if we can intervene maybe. Integrations for everything. There's 4 left that we still have to integrate. That's okay. We got time. Fate of St. Petersburg. Why would we do an autonomous zone? I don't think so. We'll be Russian again. Same in here. Fate of Gotland will be Ukrainian again. Sure. But we annexed it. Feature of Crimea. There we go. We gave it to Crimea. To Ukraine. Keep integrating more land, please. Because soon we'll hopefully be able to annex our good friends, the Ukrainians. There we go. The future of Ukraine. It better come to us. I need a big, wide Russia for the thumbnail. Autonomous Republic. Yeah, of course. They can have some autonomy if they want inside of us. That does mean way more stuff to integrate again. Great. Look at how much political power we have. I think once we hit 200, I'll just core a bunch of stuff again. There we go. And then we go back to all of this. Why does Germany get to keep this island, though? I wish I could have kept it instead. And the future of Caucasia is up next, which means we get to annex them. Now we're back to having to integrate a fuckload of people again. You know, with this, we get to finally annex the Baltics too. There's so much we still need to core. Integrate them into autonomous republics as well. And now it's just Belarus that needs to be annexed. Oh, there we go. We almost cored everything. And now the future of Belarus, we can integrate them as well. And annex them too. And now we can hold elections. After all this, I will most likely annex all my Central Asian puppets, if only for better borders. I need a sexy thumbnail after all. The hell? Continue, my dude. Oh yeah, I won, but still. Let me finish. There we go. We finished our entire focus. There's going to be elections now. The new face of Europe, indeed. To a hopeful future. We go for Shukshin again. You know what? Yeah, he's united us in every single... Well, he's been here from the start. Same with our vice president. We couldn't vote for him, so... We'll stay with Shukshin. Then we can also core whatever the hell we have left. 2 more left to core. That's fine. Let me annex my Stan nations as well. So that we can look upon a beautiful Russia. And there we are, our beautiful nation. Rebuilt pretty much from scratch. Get rid of all of these notifications, please, because they're kind of distracting. Anyway, with that, that is pretty much it for this campaign. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Hopefully, I'll see you next time. And hopefully, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.